In today's video, I'm going to talk about the 12 stages of learning that you're dealing with a narcissist. And these are stages that I went through and I've noticed happen in pretty much almost all of my clients. So this might resonate with a lot of people. Let's just dive right into it. So stage one is denial, right? It's like you realize you come across the word narcissist and you're like, no way. No, this person might just be an asshole and not a narcissist, whatever. It's going to be okay. Then, of course, stage two is acceptance because the narcissist is going to narc. And, just really understanding that cycle is the best predictor of the narcissist's behavior. So once you see it play through enough times, you're going to reach a point of acceptance. And then we go back to stage three, which is the same as stage one, which is denial. Then we get into stage four of willful ignorance. Then in stage five, the big thing happens. So, you're kind of wanting to keep your head up your ass and not accept that, maybe it's your mother. I was the exact same way with my mother. I absolutely went through my own willful ignorance stage for about a year and a half. And then the big thing happens, which leads us to stage six of going back down the rabbit hole. And maybe that's why you're watching this video. Maybe you found me on Instagram. Maybe you found something on your Google searches, whatever it is. You're on that rabbit hole and you might be in it right now. So welcome back to the rabbit hole. Then we get into stage seven, which is the angry, I'm gonna call them out as if that's gonna solve anything stage. It never solves anything. I'm sure you've tried it. And this leads us to stage eight of realizing that calling the narcissist out was completely pointless, despite the obvious call outs that they still don't take accountability on. And you finally realize that there's no point. Like, you can continue wasting your energy trying to call them out and trying to make them take accountability, but at some point you have to recognize that you have no control over another human adult, and trying to make a narcissist see the error in their ways is just a fruitless exercise. It is futile. You are wasting your precious time. Stage eight can take anywhere from 1 day to several years up to decades. It's kind of up to you how long this one takes, to be honest. So do what you wish with that information. Stage nine is setting boundaries with your words and not your actions. And spoiler alert, any words you give to the narcissist, if you tell them, hey, if you do X, Y, and Z, it makes me feel like this, can you stop doing that? You've literally given them the war plan. You've given them information. You've confirmed to them that what they're doing is working to upset you. And they're going to keep doing that because that's what they're feeding off of. They enjoy seeing you in an emotionally distressed state, and they're going to keep doing it, especially when you confirm it to them. Which brings us to stage number 10, which is when you realize that words do become weapons, and there is no point in confirming to them that, yes, what they are doing is bothering you, which therefore incentivizes them to keep doing it, because guess what? You're not dealing with a normal person. You're literally dealing with a narcissist, and this is what they do. We wouldn't even be this far in the video if it was about a normal person, okay? We are talking about a narcissist who is not normal, and the sooner that you stop projecting your own normalness onto somebody who is incapable of being rational, because they prioritize their fragile little ego over anybody else's feeling. Then we get into stage 10, where you set your boundaries with your actions instead of your words. For example, the gray rock method, low or no contact. These are the only realistic boundaries you can really have with a narcissist. And the best news is that you don't have to spell those boundaries out. They just are the way that you now engage with this person. Because at the end of the day, even if you spell the boundaries out, they're not going to understand. They're going to misinterpret it. They're going to misunderstand it. They're going to pretend they never heard you say anything. So what's the point? Save your energy. And this brings us to stage 11, where you start focusing your energy on yourself and your healing journey over the narcissist and their nonsense. That's one of the best stages to be, which leads us to stage 12 of freedom from narcissistic abuse and living life on your own terms. Now, obviously, it's all easier said than done to get to that point, but these are, in my opinion, in my own experience and what I've witnessed in my clients, the stages that you go through before you actually experience any sort of freedom from narcissistic abuse. And of course, there's some situations where you can't go full no contact with the narcissist, but that doesn't mean that you don't get to have any freedom. It means that you decide which boundaries are right for you with this person based on the scope of your relationship and how much contact you're required to have if you're you're legally required to. If there's no legal requirement, then you're going to have to go through the stages to get to that point where you're done with this person, but the sooner the better, because the longer you keep the narcissist in your life, the more opportunity they have to wreak more havoc onto your life. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to subscribe. Be sure to like this video, leave a comment if this resonated with you, and feel free to let me know what other topics you'd like me to cover. See you in the next video. Bye.